Hey guys, this is Caleb again with the Great Commission Academy, here to give you a tip. One of the tips is whenever you're out and about going soul winning and you're talking to someone and they tell you that they're a Catholic, something you need to consider and understand is that Catholics believe in their doctrinal statement that their salvation is based on faith and works. So just a simple way of starting that conversation, if they told you that they were Catholic and that's the church that they go to, just start it off like normal. What do you believe it takes for a person to make it to heaven is a good question to start off. Or you could just ask them, so understood that you're Catholic. That's pretty cool. I'm from a Baptist church. If I could ask a quick question, do you think getting to heaven is by faith only or faith and works? If they truly believe it's by faith only, they'll come out and tell you that it's faith only. If they believe it's faith and works, which a majority of them all do, they'll tell you faith and works. Then I normally say right after, understood. If you would allow me to, can I give you one verse before I head out? And I usually say it like that because it's not necessarily just a Catholic thing, but a lot of people, when you ask them, especially at the door, if you could talk about religion and whatnot, a lot of people might think that it turns into an argument. So they usually just brush it off and say, no, I'm not really interested or anything. So I usually just say, can I give you one verse before I head out of here? And the verse that I'll give to them, if I ask them the question of, do you think it's faith only or faith and works, is I give them Ephesians 2:8-9. And in that passage, it says, for by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It's a gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. And the reason I give that verse specifically to Catholics is because I know Catholics, because I've spoken to a lot of them, and they will usually tell you, as soon as you read that, they'll say, well, hold up. Are you telling me that it's not of works? What about James 2? What about when Jesus said, if you love me, you keep my commandments? What about 1 John? And it usually opens up a good conversation. And let me tell you guys, I've read all the comments. Those are not new verses that you're giving me. I know what the Bible says in those passages, and it's not saying what a lot of you guys are trying to say it says. James 2 is not about faith and works for salvation, but rather faith and works to profit and help your brother. And that's usually what ends up happening when it comes to the conversations with Catholics is they'll be ready to stand firm on what it is that they believe, which is okay. But I like to also use that as an opening pad or a launching pad rather to say, hey, I want to share with you from the Bible that the Bible says it's faith only. I know you believe it's faith and works. Give me a few seconds and I'd love to show you how it is by faith only. And usually they'll say, yeah, okay, show me what you got. And from there, get your presentation going and you can get it started. We'll go through all the other things that I do as well. That way, whenever you start conversations, you know how to end them, you know how to work through them. See you guys in the next one.
The harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few.